Yes, guys, what's going on? Adam McCauley here and with Joe from Stretford Paddock. Obviously, this is Stretford Paddock. Joe, we have beaten Paris Saint-Germain again, and it was fucking easy, mate.
It wasn't easy, but it was one of my favourite things about the performance was, obviously, there was great individual performances, but it felt like two teams that were evenly matched. It wasn't some underdog performance, it wasn't some fight back, it wasn't some against all odds bullshit. It was, we are better than you, we'll make more good chances and we'll score. Like, Man United were better than PSG tonight. You look at the stat, we had the same number of shots, we had more shots on target, they had more possession, but they're always going to, they're at home and, you know, that's the way they like to play. But United had way more chances and way more sort of, do you know that, like, the lead up to chances? We saw Rashford wasting a couple of balls, we saw Bruno with a few shots where he could have maybe played people in. We had so many good positions tonight, and obviously to get the goals we did was excellent. And also, let's not forget, the goal they scored, they didn't even score it.
We scored it?
We scored it. Like, they didn't really make many great chances, and like I said, the only goal they scored, Martial scored it. So, you know, the idea that we were going there, I know that it's hard to know what you're going to get. They finished second in the Champions League last season, or runners up, whatever you want to call it. They seem like they've taken a step forward from the team that we played 2 years ago, who, let's be honest, were the better team across the you know, they dominated possession. We were the underdogs. We had to play like underdogs in those games and capitalise on mistakes from PSG. But tonight it wasn't like that. They've taken a step forward. We must have taken 3 steps forward because, like I said, we made more chances. I thought our midfield was excellent. I thought the substitutions were excellent. I thought, I mean, to put in perspective of what Axel Tuanzebe's done tonight, Mbappe is meant to be one of the best strikers in the world. Certainly,
he is.
He is. He's one of the best strikers in the world. He is. And Axel Tuanzebe hasn't played this year. He hasn't played at all in 2020. And he comes in and it's easy to sort of say, oh, he's had him in his pocket. You see all these things all the time. He literally had him in his pocket twice. He put him on the ground, pushed him out of the way, won the ball back, chasing back, one-on-one, literally side by side, testing him for pace, testing him for strength, testing his footwork to keep the ball afterwards. And both times just put him on the floor, turned around with the ball. And to do that, like I said, he's only young as, what is he, 23? And he's not had much experience for Man United, so he's young in experience as well. But sensational performance from him tonight. The other people were sensational. Fred was great. I thought Bruno created a lot of chances and put some great balls in. Wan-Bissaka obviously fantastic, but
Wan-Bissaka's you mentioned him. I want to speak about him because obviously personally for him, he's had probably a wild 24 hours. It's probably been bubbling away longer in the background. Plays against Newcastle on the weekend, scores a goal. Today's performance,
it's great by Wan-Bissaka. He had a game tonight that we've seen him have. We saw him do this against Raheem Sterling. He's done the same to both Neymar and Mbappe tonight. He was excellent. Again, what I would like to give some credit to there is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because when you talk about a manager, like, it's all well and good being a tactician, but the word manager is how you manage people and how you manage emotions and how you manage what you've got in front of you. Different people need different treatment, different care, different arm around the shoulder or a bollocking. We saw it on the weekend with Newcastle, the way he put Harry Maguire in that squad, when a lot of people, even United fans, thought he needs some time away, recoup, not trying to have a go at him, but just, you know, put yourself back together and come back. He played him, he scored, he was brilliant. Tonight, Aaron Wan-Bissaka again, he's had an awful 24 hours. Like you said, probably bubbling over for a few days because he'll have known this was going to come out. Solskjaer's gone, no, you're playing him. He's had an excellent night again. So, you know, fair credit to Wan-Bissaka, who's excellent. We know he can be excellent, especially defensively, but also credit to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he could have not played him tonight. He could have put someone else in, he could have changed it around to take him at the firing line, or if he thought his head wasn't in the right space, but he played him, he was brilliant, and yeah, you just got to give them both massive credit, I think.
If only he could put his side chicks in his pocket as well as he does world-class strikers, eh? Moving on from that though, it's obviously just a group game. You know, we had that, you know, it was the jubilation after the last one because we were going through and all that. And whereas this one, we've won, but we're not through, the job's not done, you know what I mean? There's no time for complacency, is there?
No time for complacency. And obviously we've got Chelsea on Saturday as well, so it's not like, oh, you know, we can ease back into the Premier League. We've got a big, massive game against a team that's trying to progress from the same points we had last season. Let's see who's improved, all that. But for me, though, like I said at the start, the thing that's really impressive, I know it's not a knockout game, I know we're not advancing to the next round, but we were better than PSG tonight, and they had a bit more of the ball. But overall, you watch that performance. Tactically, we were better. I thought that we were more industrious, we looked more confident, other than, you know, a couple of times when we dawdled on the ball a little bit. But we were the better team, which almost, it doesn't have the elation of last time. Of course, it doesn't. That was, you know, maybe the best single moment.
It's more pleasing, I suppose.
I'm going to say it's more pleasing, it's more promising, because this isn't Buffon's made a mistake, we've snuck in, or they've made a mistake, we've snuck in, or it's a weird handball and we've scored the penalty. It was an incredible game last time, but like I said, almost more pleasing this time that we looked as good as PSG, and Marcus Rashford's someone who he had a few chances and a couple of times he dawdled on the ball like we were saying before, but he's another one that I wanted to mention because to do that at the end as well, when he's got no time, he's knocked it past Pereira, puts it in the bottom corner. Fantastic performance from him, and after being a little bit frustrating as well, a couple of times on the break, he didn't give the ball to Martial quick enough, and you're thinking, come on, he's back to that sort of slightly nervy looking Marcus Rashford, but at the end there, to put it in like he did, brilliant. And no time to rest on the laurels with Chelsea coming up, but great performance.
Most definitely. Who's your man of the match? Hard one, isn't it? Fred, Wan-Bissaka, Tuanzebe, Rashford.
Tuanzebe impressed me the most because you're not sure what you're going to
get.
Most surprising. But I think in terms of who did their job the best, Fred was absolutely enormous tonight.
It was class today, and it's going to be hard to take him out of that midfield. Cheers, Joel.